Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Mark Causey here from Black Cat Comics in Rockin' Milpitas. Every Wednesday is New Comic Day, and I like to give you some great reasons to get down to your local comic shop and pick up something fun to read. And this week is packed with stuff that's fun to read. Got to start this week, of course, by acknowledging the passing of the Chairman Emeritus, the great Stan Lee. Not going to talk too much about it because I don't want to cry live on the internet, but this is a complete collection of Stan Lee's soapbox. The soapbox is really a huge part of his legacy. Most people don't know about it. This book's produced by the Hero Initiative, who raise money for old-timers from the Golden and Silver Age who are having a hard time. So go to heroinitiative.org, buy this book, read it, love it, all those things. Stan Lee. Okay, so moving on to this week's great stuff. Gotta start with the Marvel guys, of course. Let's start with Fantastic Four, the book that started it all, the book that put Stan on the map, etc., etc., etc. Hugely stoked to see Fantastic Four coming back. This is number 3. It's been running a little late. Got number 1 and 2 still in stock if you get here fast. Like I say, with the passing of Stan, everybody should be reading Fantastic Four this week. Let's talk about all the other things that he's known for, like Amazing Spider-Man, his most famous contribution, latest issue of that. Or some of my all-time favorites. This is Avengers number 10, or it's Avengers number 700 if you're like me and you're a long-time fan. Supersized anniversary issue, my favorite comic of all time, my favorite Stan Lee, Jack Kirby thing. Love me some Avengers. And, of course, the book's been really solid lately. Marvel's been doing a lot of back-to-basics stuff that's been really good. Captain America, my other all-time favorite. Of course, this one's Joe Simon and Jack Kirby, but Stan's pretty darn instrumental in all this Captain America stuff, going back even to the Golden Age. Love me some Cap. Thor, another Marvel mainstay, another great Lee Kirby book. Or The Uncanny X-Men. This is the first issue of the relaunch of the core X-Men title. You all have been waiting for it. We're done with X-Men Gold and Blue. Now we're back to Uncanny. Like I say, Marvel's getting a little more back to basics, a little more of doing all the stuff you know and love, like that one, like Daredevil, originally done by Stan Lee and Bill Everett. Bill Everett's another one of my all-time favorite guys, creator of Submariner. Great stuff. And of course they got all their modern event stuff going on. This is Infinity Warps, and this is Vault of Spiders. That's your Spider-Geddon book for the week, along with Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. I've really been enjoying this Peter Parker book. If you're just following Amazing, or if you're looking for something new to jump into, pick up Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, because I don't know, it's just a lot of fun. It's a little different from what they usually do with the spider stuff, much like Spider-Man Deadpool. That's your only Deadpool book for the week, and you love anything with the spider buggy on it. Venom is your Marvel movie star book of the week, and Miss Marvel, along with Unbeatable Squirrel Girl and the recently relaunched Unstoppable Wasp, are your Ladies of the Marvel Universe books for the week. All three are really solid, so again, if you're looking for something new and interesting to jump into, pick up the first issue of Unstoppable and grab this week's number 2. Exiles is your multiverse Marvel book of the week. Black Order is your Thanos tie-in book of the week. Cosmic Ghost Rider, it's the last issue of that guy. Everybody's loving Ghost Rider these days. And the Marvel Studios Captain Marvel prequel rounds out your Marvel stuff. Give you a little teaser on the upcoming film. Big week for the Marvel guys, as it should be, honoring the passing of the Chairman Emeritus. And what a week for the DC guys. Gotta start with Mr. Miracle number 12. This is probably the very best book in comics, and that's not an exaggeration. If you're following this book, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not following this book, this is the last issue. I've been begging people to not wait for the trade paperback. Dive in, grab all 12 issues. You will really enjoy it. This is really a unique kind of one-of-a-kind experience. Love me the character, love me some Tom King. This book's just really amazing. So do yourself a favor, pick up number 1, see what all the buzz is about. Go ahead and grab all 12 of these because it's just really great stuff. Wonder Woman, speaking of really great stuff, starts a new story arc, a new creative team this issue. One of the books that started it all. Superman and Supergirl are your super books for the week. Been encouraging you guys to jump in on all this super stuff. Bendis doesn't write Supergirl, but he's writing all the other super stuff. Pick up that Man of Steel miniseries. Pick up Action 1000, Superman number 1. Just jump into these latest issues because it's lots of fun. Detective and Catwoman are your Bat books for the week. Been really enjoying this launch of Catwoman. If you were turned off by the issue number 50 or you didn't pick up number 1, forget about all that. Grab Catwoman number 1, catch up to the latest issue. Everybody loves crime noir superhero stuff. The Flash, because I like anything that has a bunch of gorillas on the cover. Or Hawkman teaming up with the Atom. We haven't seen the Atom for a long time. These are two classic Justice Leaguers. A little like Catwoman, I've been really digging this new launch of Hawkman. So grab the other 5 issues or just pick up this week's number 6. Good stuff. And then a bunch of team books like Titans or Suicide Squad. Everybody loves the Suicide Squad. Red Hood Outlaw. Used to be a team book, but now he's out on his own. Mostly because of events from Heroes in Crisis, he says as a semi-spoiler. The Electric Warriors is a new mini that's starting. That's your first issue of a tale that takes place in the future of the DCU. And Plastic Man is your last issue of the current mini that's been running. I love Plastic Man. If you love Plastic Man like I do, pick up this series, pick up The Terrifics, because that's been a lot of fun. Scooby Apocalypse is your Hanna-Barbera book of the week. Been loving all the stuff DC's been doing with their Hanna-Barbera books. Great stuff there. And House of Whispers is your Sandman Universe Vertigo book of the week. And speaking of the Sandman Universe, that's a segue to the other guys because this is your latest issue of American Gods. Because Neil Gaiman is all over the place, as he always has been. You know we love Neil around here. We love some American Gods. That's your David Mack cover. We love some David Mack too. Joe Gollum is one of your other Dark Horse books of the week because I'm always talking about some Mike Mignola. The Quantum Age is your Jeff Lemire book of the week. And I'm talking about this guy because Black Hammer is awesome. And this whole Black Hammer universe stuff has been picked up for movies or TV or what have you. Everybody's finally wising up to the fact that Jeff Lemire is one of the best superhero writers out there. And I'd just like to mention that Dark Horse does all kinds of things, and everybody should have a Dark Horse book on their list, like Alien 3, because Dark Horse really wrote the book on all of this licensed property stuff. And Dr. Horrible is your one of the Joss Whedon books of the week. You might know Dr. Horrible as the internet sensation that he is. You love the sing-along, and now you love the comics. Good week for the Image guys. Oblivion Song is your Robert Kirkman book of the week. That's probably the big gun along with Birthright. If you don't know much about Birthright, you should grab the first issue reprint or just grab that first trade paperback. Like everything Image, this is kind of fun, different, odd, cool, much like Juke Joint or Bitterroot, which is your first issue Gotta Have It Image book of the week, because there's always a first issue Gotta Have It Image book of the week. The Lone Ranger is my Dynamite book of the week. I love me some Dynamite. I love me some Lone Ranger. I'm always talking up Dynamite and the great job they do with their licensed property stuff. Whatever it is, whether it's this Lone Ranger or Warlord of Mars or Red Sonja or any of the other things that they do a great job of keeping it in its classic format and yet making it modern and contemporary. Like I say, I love Lone Ranger. I love cool westerns. This is issue number 2. Grab that first issue. Again, if you're looking for something new, something different, nothing more classic than the Lone Ranger. Speaking of classic, how about Star Trek versus Transformers? That's my IDW book of the week. Can't say enough about this because if you notice from the cover, It takes place in the animated universe. If you don't know much about the original Star Trek animated universe, you're in for a treat. Pick up the first issue of this one, grab this week's number 2. I've been saying for a while we're in an age of awesome mashups, and this is certainly one of them. And I warned you there was another Joss Whedon book. This is from Boom Studios, Firefly. The Serenity stuff is back in comics, which is awesome. Coming from Boom Studios. You love Mal and the brown coats. Great stuff there. Robotech is your Titan book of the week. I continue to be surprised and impressed with how many people love Robotech and how well this book sells. If you love the classic anime, pick up some Robotech. Robotech's been in comics for a long, long time. You can pick up trades of some of the old stuff, but this new series has been really, really great. And Dark Ark is your Aftershock book of the week. Been talking up a lot of Aftershock. And for me, it started with this one, Dark Ark. They do Animosity. They do a bunch of other cool things. Kind of dark, kind of sci-fi, kind of genre fusion stuff. But great stories, great art. Go to their website, check out all the different stuff that they do, and find a book and put it on your list, because Aftershock's got all kinds of great stuff going on. And a great week for the All Ages guys, too. Adventure Time, Season 11. The show is over, but the comic just keeps on rolling, because it's awesome and you want more. Minions, back in comics. And that's super fun. And Rainbow Bright rounds out your all ages stuff, because you love some Rainbow Bright. I'm always saying that every publisher has a great all ages book, so everybody should have an all ages book on their list. They're light, they're fun, they're not just for kids. Great stuff. All kinds of great books this week, so make sure you check that shipping list, get down to your shop, pick up something super awesome. Want to mention Small Business Saturday. After you assault the malls on Black Friday, get out to down here to Rockin' Milpitas for Small Business Saturday, where we're going to knock $25 off of any purchase over $100. So that's super cool. And then Cyber Monday at our Shopify store at black-cat-comics.com, we'll have the same deal. You can save $25 when you spend $100 or more. So that's a great, great time to check out our new Shopify store, because it's awesome. So all we got for you for this week. You can check us out at black-cat-comics.com. Check out the YouTube channel. Check out the Facebook page. Check out the podcast at soundcloud.com. Just get on down here to the good old brick and mortar in Rockin' Milpitas. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.